Hi, my name is Bill Bean. I work in the film industry. On August 3rd, 1993, I was at Camp Grafton, North Dakota. Camp Grafton is a military training academy for the United States Army, the Army Reserve, and the National Guard. The reason I was there was to scout locations for a film project I was working on. I was given a tour of the base. It's designated by Colonel Dahl. We were by the motor pool, and there were a large group of tanks that were parked there. I saw two soldiers parking an armored vehicle. I asked the billeting director if I could go over and interview the soldiers. So I walked over to the armored vehicle. It had a porthole in the back. I entered inside. The soldier who had been driving the vehicle was closing a hatch in the front. When he turned around, he looked at me and he froze. I had my video camera running, and I said to him, "What's your job?" So what's your job?
What was that?
What's your job?
I'm a parks clerk.
Oh, you just parking this one, huh?
Yeah, basically.
On August 3rd, 1993 is when I videotaped and interviewed Timothy McVeigh a year and a half after he was supposedly out of the military completely. I was unaware that by videotaping Timothy McVeigh on August 3rd, 1993, I had then put my life in danger. As it was, my personal life was destroyed and my professional life was destroyed.
This was months after McVeigh was filmed outside of Waco, Texas, passing out anti-government literature. What was McVeigh doing on a military base in uniform? The same base that was conducting an explosives and demolitions training course the same time he was there.
I didn't have a cell phone at the time. The individuals I was with would receive a hang-up phone call. Cars would follow me. I specifically recorded over 400 hang-up phone calls where I recorded the date, the time I dialed *69, and the number I got when I dialed it. Sometimes I would get security rooms where people would say to me, "How did you get this number?" And I would say, "I dialed *69 because somebody gave me a hang-up phone call," at which point I would be told, "Nobody called you from this number." It's a game they played. It was harassment. I then started getting flat tires. I had hundreds of flat tires. I was followed as I traveled across the country. It was usually a white pickup truck with 3 guys in it. I never knew that the soldier in the tank meant a damn thing. I ended up going to Professor Blomgren at the University of Utah, who's in the speech pathology department. He did a voice forensics test. He did various computer and scientific tests on it, and did human voice analysis tests also. His final report to me was that he would testify in a court of law that this is Timothy McVeigh. He had compared it to a 60 Minutes interview and found a near-perfect, near-exact match. Well, once I realized that I had Timothy McVeigh on tape from August 3rd, 1993 at Camp Grafton, and that my tape was the only proof that Timothy McVeigh was secretly trained at a base that teaches explosives and demolition, it then explains over 7 years of harassment and why I would be a target of people within the government.